Gratitude has completely changed my life. But here's the thing no one talks about. Gratitude can also turn toxic. It happens when we start using gratitude as an excuse to settle. You don't get the job you wanted and you tell yourself, well, at least I still have a job. Well, at least I have this job. I should be grateful. You stay in a relationship that's not working because people remind you, at least you have a man. So many women would love that. But here's the truth. Gratitude isn't meant to chain you down. It's meant to lift you up. And when we confuse the two, we end up living a life that looks fine on the outside but feels suffocating on the inside. And if you're a mom, you know exactly how this plays out. You're told at least your children are eating something, when deep down you're worried they're living off the beige colorway or beige food and you just want them to be healthy. You dream about starting a side business or going back to school, but people say just focus on the kids and be grateful you have stability. Or you feel overwhelmed with housework and someone says, be grateful you even have a house to clean. Do you see how twisted this gets? Gratitude becomes a mask we hide behind when what we're really feeling is tired, unfulfilled, or even resentful. And then we start gaslighting ourselves, thinking I shouldn't feel like this, I should be more grateful. That's when gratitude stops being empowering and starts becoming a cage. Here's the problem with false gratitude and why it can be dangerous. If you spend years saying, I should just be grateful, when your heart is whispering, I want more, you end up living a life that's not truly yours. You begin shrinking even without realizing it. You stop dreaming because dreaming feels selfish. You stop wanting because wanting feels ungrateful. Fast forward 10, 15 years and you might look back and think, did I actually settle? Did I mistake gratitude for growth? That's the cost of toxic gratitude. It steals your sense of possibility, one polite thank you at a time. Now, let's look at the psychology behind this. I did a little bit of digging. Gratitude in itself is powerful. Research shows it improves your mood, reduces stress, even boosts your physical health. It rewires your brain to notice what's good, and that's a beautiful thing. And I can attest to this. Before my feet hit the ground, as soon as I open my eyes in the morning, I've got my gratitude list flowing. I'm thankful I can see, I can hear, I've got a sound mind. But here is the catch. Gratitude only works when it's paired with action and choice. When you know you can still grow, expand, and change. When gratitude is used to avoid change, it creates something called cognitive dissonance. That's when two truths clash with each other. I love my life and I feel trapped. That knot in your stomach, that quiet guilt of wanting more, that's your brain trying to hold two opposite feelings all at once. You can be grateful and still long for more freedom. You can love your kids and crave time for yourself. You can appreciate your partner and want a deeper connection. Let me ask you something and be honest with yourself. Have you ever told yourself to just be grateful, but deep down you knew you were settling? Have you ever felt guilty for even wanting more? Have you ever silenced your own dreams because you did not want to seem ungrateful? If any of this hits home, drop a yes in the comments. I want to know that I'm not alone. Here's what I've realized. Every mom I talk to carries a hidden guilt. The guilt of wanting to rest, the guilt of purpose, or something just for her. We've been taught that gratitude means saying thank you and accepting what's given. But real gratitude also means honoring admiring what's possible. So if you're nodding along right now, please hear me. You are not selfish for wanting more. You are simply awake to your own potential. So what's the best way to practice gratitude without feeling boxed in? First, hold both truths. You can be grateful and want more. It's not either or. You can say, I'm grateful for this job and I desire a role where I can grow. Or I love my family and I still want time just for me. That's emotional maturity, not guilt. Next, check if gratitude is keeping you small. Every time you dream bigger, if your first thought is, I should be grateful, pause. That's your red flag. Ask yourself, am I practicing gratitude or am I hiding behind it? Sometimes that question alone opens a door you didn't even know was closed. Next step, model it for your kids. Imagine your daughter watching you settle, telling yourself, I should be grateful. She learns that's what being a woman means, that fulfillment and gratitude cannot coexist. But imagine instead she sees you grateful for what you have and brave enough to want more. She learns that's allowed. She learns that gratitude and growth can walk hand in hand, and that lesson could change her entire life. Here's the thing, gratitude is not the finish line. It's a foundation. You don't have to stay stuck in something painful just because you're thankful it exists. You can love your home and still dream of a bigger one. You can adore your children and still want a break. You can appreciate your current season and still feel ready for your next chapter. That's what healthy gratitude looks like. It grounds you, not limits you. So let's stop treating gratitude like a muscle. Yes, let's be thankful for food, for health and family, but let's also be brave enough to say, I deserve more, I can grow, I can dream bigger, because gratitude isn't settling. Gratitude is strength. And when we use it the right way, it becomes the foundation for building a life that's not just good enough, but one that feels deeply, beautifully, fully yours. If guilt makes you feel small for wanting more, wait until you hear what happens when you finally give yourself permission to start before you're ready. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.